Okay, folks, we were going to head to Nanshan, but looks like you can't get the metro there. And I was already at the metro station. Anyway, we're going to change the plan, and we've arrived at this place. Now, I can't actually remember what it's called, and the map won't load. And the sign's obviously in Chinese. I think it's called Zongshuo or something. Zangshuo. And it's meant to be a scenic reserve area as well. So, looks like we have some uphill climbing to do. But let's go check it out. So, that's the sign. And that's the walking. So, we're going to go check it out. Let's go. Okay, so we're going to make up for the laziness of sleeping in until, well, midday by going up the stairs. I think that evens it out. So, we've made it to the top of the staircase, and there's a cauldron up here at the top. Big cauldron, and then a view of the city. Lots and lots of tall buildings. Okay, there's a plant maze in this direction, so we'll go to that. Just feel like this area is so peaceful and nice as well for what's such a large city. This is not even in an inaccessible area, but you just don't feel like there's anyone else around you, and there's so much greenery. So I think that's really cool. But I felt like this was similar to when I was in other areas like, well, actually it was like this in Hong Kong too, but also in Taipei. That was similar to this, where you could just get really nice scenery just within the city in different suburbs or different areas. I think that's fantastic. So just heading towards the Yingchu plants maze. Okay, I went off the beaten path before and actually got a little bit lost in the forest. So now we're back on the path. We're going to just explore a different section, I'd say. And it's coming up to 4:40 p.m. So don't know what time sun goes down, but I probably want to be out of the park within the next hour. But this area is quite nice. Got a bit of a nice old style fence here, and just walking amongst the trees. Very, very beautiful section. Very peaceful, and the air is clean here. So I've got the Loving Mother Pavilion, the Sixshao Pavilion, or the Star Picking Tower. This way or this way, we might take the higher ground. So this might be the Loving Mother Pavilion, and nice little garden section here, and a little outdoor picnic area. The rain's starting to fall, only lightly. We'll continue. So the little pond area in here, and actually kind of reminds me of what the zoo looked like earlier in the week. Okay, just came across this. Ooh, the green pond. Actually looks quite nice, although I don't want to go swimming in it. Okay, folks, this might be the Mother's Loving Pavilion. Great setting here. Check this out. So, vending machine and just a big open grass area. Might hit the exit now because there's actually a lot more to explore, but I think it will be getting dark soon. Okay folks, I just can't work out how to cross the road. I thought I was going the same way that I came, and I did for most of it, but we must have taken one wrong turn. Now I can't actually cross the road, and there's a lot of lanes of traffic. I was actually over the other side before. There's another road behind that, and I couldn't cross it. We're gonna try and cross this road somehow. I think maybe at the end of this tunnel. Who knows? Might get stranded up here. Might need to pitch a tent, and I might see you tomorrow. Okay, we're at the end of the tunnel, and if that's a walkway over there that I needed to be on, I'm gonna be so pissed off. Zhaomushan Forest Park, that's where I just came from. Oh no. Well, I'm very lost because I didn't see anything like this when I arrived. I don't know which direction I even came from now because I thought I was in the right spot. The roads are so confusing. But I thought I was in this spot when I arrived. But there were no walkways like this. I just came out of that tunnel over there. Oh, I'm in the spiral staircase. That guy's just come swinging in on a motorbike. Where am I going? Okay, I've made it back to the starting point. I actually know how to get back from here. I don't know how. When I walked in, this was the end of the road, so I got confused because there's more road behind it and I went too far the other way. That's why I had to cross all the pedestrian walkways and everything. So anyway, we're safe and sound. Head back, need a toilet really bad. So final day here in Chongqing, and unfortunately didn't get to do the two things that I was most looking forward to doing, just because I didn't really realize how far away they actually were and the difficulties with getting there with the difficult to use map situation and whatever else other excuse. But we're going back to the forest park today and picked up this Chinese chocolate bar. So we'll give that a whirl. Again, final thoughts here on China. I've been very pleasantly surprised by everything that's happened here. The people, the food, everything's clean, efficient, very good. Scenery, amazing. The metro makes it very easy to get around. And probably the biggest place I've ever been. So Chongqing, really cool. Vientiane, the tiny city, only had 60,000 people near Zhangjiajie. Also a really cool experience. So I'm glad within my 15 days here that I got to see a really large city, a smaller town, and then also the nature that came with it. The caves, the lake, the national park, the Grand Canyon. There's been lots of really cool aspects that I've seen just in the 2 weeks here. And yeah, it makes me want to come back again to China in the future. Visa-free travel until the end of 2025 for Australian passport holders. And that would be a good opportunity, I would think, to come back to somewhere new, maybe Beijing or Shanghai, or possibly the Formula One in China, or see the Great Wall, or something like that. There's still a lot more to see. Terracotta Warriors. So, only just scratched the surface here, but good things I have to report. So, yeah. Anyway, next we're going to Laos, and I don't really know much about Laos, so have to wait and see. So this chocolate bar is like a malteaser, like a Chinese malteaser, which is very good. I wish I didn't wait till the final day to try it, because I would have got that more often. Very good. So just coming down the hill that I walked up yesterday, it's actually even tough on the legs going downhill. It's actually quite a big road and quite steep as well. But we're going to pick up where we left off yesterday, where I called it for fading light, even though it's now 4:30 p.m. today, which might have been about the time that I called it quits yesterday. But we'll probably continue for an extra hour or something and go to a new section. We're at the bottom now, but You know, we did come from up there. It just wipes all the way around. And then we're going down there somewhere. Here's the archway, which we saw yesterday. I am glad I came back here today just to uncover some more, because about 50 meters from where I stopped, there's actually an aeroplane here in the forest park. So, have a look at this. The B8923. Very interesting. Okay, we have three choices. Choice 1, choice 2, or choice 3. It is 5 p.m. That looks like the fun way. That looks like the extra fun but most scary way. And that's the safe but boring way. Well, with a flight tomorrow in the morning, might just take the boring way. Next time. Couple of dogs. Some just ran off over there as well. So in the end, I think we are going to come back to where I said the fun and exciting trail might lead to. I think we're just going the reverse order. We've come around the back way. So let's go. It's currently 5:25 p.m. So I would view this as a super peaceful, nice nature walk, especially when you've been in amongst a really big city. But there's not that many people that I come across here. And again, maybe it's the time of the day, but you would think in a city of this size, you would see more people out and about, because even in areas like Hong Kong that were similar to this, they were jam-packed full of people. It's a little bit colder and it's probably not the right time of day, but still very, very quiet. Very, very quiet. You would not think that we're in amongst a city the size of Chongqing, which is good if you want a little getaway into nature. So it's a good thing that there are no people around, but surprising, I think. Again, we're faced with a couple of decisions here: the red path or the staircase. Red path, staircase. Eeny, meeny, miny, mo, blah, 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 blah. This way. Was it the correct choice? Okay, I just picked up a haircut here in China. It's probably my last thing that I'll really do here. And a very interesting experience. It was 50 yuan, or no, 49 yuan actually. which is a very fair price. That's about 10 bucks. And walk in, they wash my hair. There's a little planetarium showing on the roof. And then they did a great job. And then after that, wait, then what? It just happened, I forgot already. Okay, so time to give the overall wrap up on China. I've been very, very impressed by basically every aspect of being here. Very futuristic, clean, good amenities, public transport fantastic, amazing nature, the friendly people, and the food has been great. So there's a lot of boxes that China has ticked, I would say, and I definitely will want to come back. And I'm sad to leave. I wish I had longer than 15 days here. Very affordable as well for the quality of life that you get. Very affordable. Like, I would say a lot of things are much more advanced than in Australia, and a lot of things would be a fraction of the price. So, big tick. The only downside really is a little bit difficult if you're not a veteran traveler, because sometimes the maps and things like that don't really work. It'd be easy to get lost. And then also the payment method experience, it didn't really affect me too much, but say for instance at the Luckin Coffee, there you can only pay with Alipay and WeChat. And by the looks of it, things have gotten a bit easier compared to the past, and a lot of places did accept cash. Couldn't use Visa payments much with the cards, but that's okay. The cash situation was okay virtually everywhere else. So, and it's probably actually a better than what I was expecting regarding that. I thought that would be more of a hiccup. Lots of pros, not many cons. Would recommend and want to come back. So that's virtually a 10 out of 10 experience that I would give it. I'd say it's one of the best places I've ever been in all my travels. So that puts it in the same category as, you know, Sweden, Estonia, you know, the other places that I seem to like, and definitely better than places like Italy and France and anywhere else that's on my hit list of places that I wouldn't recommend or that I think are overrated. So, in the end, China, underrated, and what more to say? Hope you enjoyed tagging along, and might see you here in a future video from China. So, stay tuned, and I'll see you in the next video. Thanks for watching.